Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about how I've been doing on the carnivore diet, as there has been some changes that have happened that I've made actually in this past week. So I just kind of wanted to fill you guys in because I've been taking you guys along on this journey with me as I've been pregnant and as I've been eating the carnivore diet throughout this whole pregnancy. If you haven't been following my videos, this is my third pregnancy and this is the first time I've ever been on such a low carb diet, specifically the carnivore diet. Throughout a whole pregnancy. I just kind of wanted to let you guys know some of the things that I've been experiencing and some of the changes that I've made because of it. And so, like I said, I've loved taking you guys along with me, and I just want to be really raw and honest with you all and just really let you know everything that's going on and how I've been feeling. And so I wanted to make this video today to catch you all up onto speed about what I've been doing and what I've been changing up, because certain things have kind of come up within the last couple of weeks or so that have been a little bit concerning for me. And so today I just wanted to talk about it, address it, and let you know what I'm doing. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. And then second of all, for a lot of you that have been following my channel, you know that I've been on a carnivore-based diet for the extent of this pregnancy, which is my third pregnancy. I'm currently 25 weeks pregnant, and throughout this whole pregnancy, I have been feeling really good. I keep on telling everybody that this has been my favorite pregnancy so far. I keep joking that third time's the charm, because I honestly have never felt this good being pregnant. I've always hated being pregnant. I've always felt really like, I don't know, just big and lethargic and like just heavy, just everywhere. And I just remember feeling like I would get a lot of like leg tinglings at night, which I haven't experienced at all during this pregnancy. And just overall, my energy levels, my mood levels have been so amazing. And so I really have truly been enjoying this pregnancy way more than my first two pregnancies. And so it's been fun getting to share that with you guys. Now, with that said, if you guys watched a couple of my videos back when I was doing my 20-week update video, I kind of mentioned about how I was noticing that I was starting to have some hair loss, which is kind of concerning to me, and also it was just not normal for me to have that, especially during pregnancy. Normally during pregnancy, I can hardly yank out one strand of hair. Like, I'll brush and brush and brush, and like I won't get any hair falling out. My hair is really thick, my hair is really luscious. But I noticed within the past couple month and a half or so, my hair has started to fall out, and with that, my skin hasn't been the greatest, and my nails have also been a little bit more brittle than usual. And so being a nurse, that kind of made me kind of red flag it and be like, whoa, I don't feel like my body is getting the nutrients that it needs. For some reason, you know, I was doing great before and early on in the pregnancy, but now it seems like it was harder and harder for me to be feeding my body with enough nutrients. On top of that, if you guys watched that 20-week update video, you would know that I've also been struggling with a lack of appetite. Not because I've had any nausea, not because I just haven't, you know, had any food aversions or food just has been gross to me. That's not been it at all. I love food. Food tastes as good as ever, but I've just been having a harder time consuming a large amount, or the normal amount that I'm used to consuming. Normally, I would have no problem downing 3 pounds of hamburger. I can barely get in a pound of hamburger these days, and I don't know if it's because my stomach is growing and the baby's in there pushing up against my stomach, and therefore I feel like I have less room, but I just get so full super easy. And so I feel like that's been definitely a cause of me not getting as many nutrients and vitamins that I need during this pregnancy. And like I said, usually I don't think it would be that big of a deal. A lot of people do the carnivore diet and only eat like a pound and a half of meat a day, but with having a child growing inside of me, I know that I'm not intaking enough nutrients in order to sustain the nutrients that I need for myself as well as for my baby, because I know the baby's going to take everything from me, and I have to make sure that I'm keeping up on enough calories so that I have enough left over for myself. And so that's just something that I've noticed and that was kind of concerning to me. I mean, also meat is very satiating. I feel like I will have a pound of meat and just be done. I'm just like, I feel like over time doing this carnivore diet, my hunger cues have really been regulated. And so before I could just, eat and eat and eat and never feel full, I always had a really huge appetite. But now doing this for over a year, I feel like I'm really able to listen to my body's cues and hunger. And like my body is telling me I am full, I am stuffed. And so it's hard for me to push past that. In fact, it's work to have to push past it and feel like I have to eat more, eat more. So that's been kind of frustrating, and that's why I started to incorporate actually some vegetables into my diet. I actually started this past week on Saturday, and so the only things that I've incorporated so far are cauliflower, and I've had some pickles. But the cauliflower, I feel like, it's low carb still. It's still low calories, same as the pickles, and it's just helped me eat more meat, I guess, combining different flavors and different things of that sort. And I just feel like I need to try something different, just because I know that if I keep going this way, my hair is going to keep falling out, my nails are going to keep being brittle, my skin is not going to be, improving like it should. And it was really hard for me to break down and start eating some vegetables because, as you guys know, my channel is centered around eating a carnivore-based diet, eating a diet that contains meat and animal products, and that's pretty much all that you eat. And so I kind of had to let go of my pride, and I was talking with my husband about it, and he even agreed with me that, if this is not working for you at this time, you need to try something else, and you need to play around with your diet and see what's going to work best for your body while you are pregnant. There's no doubt in my mind that I will mostly stay carnivore. I love eating meat. Like I said, it's just I feel like I'm having a hard time consuming enough of it to get all the vitamins, nutrients, minerals that I need in order to not only promote a healthy growth of my baby inside of me, but also making sure that I have enough of the nutrients inside my body and the calories inside my body so that I'm not putting myself on the back burner and putting my health on the back burner during this pregnancy. And so that's really the main things that I've been including. I plan to try maybe some green beans, maybe some broccoli, and just be adding those in with my meat. Like I said, just eating more volume of food, getting maybe a different avenue for nutrients and vitamins. And I know I talk about how meat is the most bioavailable form of vitamins and minerals, but when I'm not able to consume as much meat as I need to be, I really felt like it was important to start trying to eat other foods that would maybe make meat more palatable, where I could eat more. Like sometimes if you have, a few bites of meat and then you have some broccoli or cauliflower and then you have more meat, it feels like you can eat more, and I found that to be true in the past week. So that's really my reasoning behind it. I'm kind of experimenting on myself, like I said. And so I'm trying to find what works. Some people are able to do the carnivore diet throughout their whole pregnancy and they feel great and they feel amazing. And like I said, I have been feeling amazing and great. It's just I've been seeing outward signs of maybe I'm not getting as many nutrients and calories as I should be getting throughout this pregnancy. And so I don't want to ignore it. I want to make sure that I'm listening to my body, and I want to be the healthiest version of myself. And so that's really the reason why I decided to include some plant. I would still consider myself carnivore or carnivore based. I'm just adding some plants in here and there. I've also, as you guys know, and if you watch my videos, I've had nuts here and there throughout this pregnancy. And I did try some peanut butter the other day. I don't know if you consider peanut butter a nut, but yeah, it's kind of more of like a bean, I think, or something like that. But either way, I'm still keeping it low carb. I'm still feeling great. I'm not going off and making all these keto cookies and keto treats and all that sort. I'm just really trying to stick to whole foods and just making sure that I'm consuming enough calories and eating a lot of different meats, My husband just got another deer, which we've been blessed with, so we got more heart and we got more fresh liver. So I'm super excited to be eating that throughout this week. Also, another thing that I wanted to mention is I was able to get my hands on raw dairy. And so I have a local farm that was able to provide it to me. But I will say I had the craziest reaction from it. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but when I drank the raw dairy, like within that day and the next day, I just broke out into cystic acne, which is crazy because I always know that like dairy causes inflammation in my skin, and I do get acne here and there when I am consuming large amounts of dairy. But I've never had raw dairy before, and I've always heard that the raw form of dairy would be better and wouldn't cause such a reaction. Usually people don't have as many issues with raw dairy as they do with like conventional dairy, like conventional cheese and milk and things of that sort. Like I was drinking a lot of heavy whipping cream. And so I found that super disappointing because it tastes really good. I even made like a eggnog out of it. And I was just kind of bummed that I seemed to just break out. And it was really bad. I'm not really wearing makeup today, but if you guys can see, these are some of the scars that I have from it, and it was on my forehead as well. Not so much on this side, but just I really broke out on my forehead, and I really broke out on my jawbone, or not jawbone, but my cheek right there. And so that was just super frustrating to me because I was like, here I've been craving raw milk throughout this whole pregnancy, and I was drinking a lot of heavy whipping cream, and I would get some acne here and there, but it didn't seem to cause that much inflammation in my skin. But right after I drank the raw dairy, I just broke out crazy. And when I kind of backed away from it, my skin started to calm down. And so I don't know if it just, there's something in the raw milk that doesn't sit well with my body, or if, you know, maybe it's not, if they're doing so. I don't really know the farm that well. I just know that they sell raw dairy. And so that's where I got it from, but maybe I should look into more of what they're feeding their animals if I decide to get more in the future. But at this time, I don't think I'm going to buy any more because I'm really considering of just kind of laying back on the dairy for a while and just really focusing on meats and some low carb vegetables and just really the most nutrient dense foods that I can get my hands on, like beef and liver and heart and things of that sort. So that's really the update that I have. I will also mention with dairy, I have noticed that I get a lot of dandruff on my scalp. I've never been someone to really have dandruff in my hair, but I've noticed that I've had a lot more dandruff the more I consume dairy. And so that's another reason why I kind of want to back off from dairy for a while, probably like 3 months or so, and just kind of let it get it out of my body. And see how I do, because I know when I did that in the past, when I did just like meat for 30 days, I really didn't have any issues with acne. My skin was really clear, my scalp was really nice, and my hair was growing great. So there's just things here and there that I've been trying to tweak, and you know, just different challenges that have come up throughout this pregnancy. You know, I really wanted to stick carnivore throughout this whole pregnancy, but I also don't want to be stupid, and I just want to be listening to my body and not being stubborn. And, you know, everyone's going to be different. Like I said, some people are going to thrive throughout their whole pregnancy doing carnivore. And other people are going to have to be a little bit more creative and maybe add a few plant foods. You know, maybe do a little bit more of a keto carnivore kind of diet. And so that's something that I'm kind of trying right now and seeing how that works for me. But like I said, I've still been feeling great. It's just all the exterior, like the skin and the hair and the nails. Those are the things that I'm trying to improve here. But my energy levels have been so great. And like I said, I've just felt so amazing throughout this pregnancy. And so if I can just get my hair, my skin, and my nails to like line up and get back to the way they normally are, then it's just gonna be great. Also, one more thing that I forgot to mention is that for the past like week, I've been kind of dealing with sickness. It hasn't been like a normal cold, but I've had like a lot of phlegm and like a dry throat and just like a hacking cough. And so I feel like that's kind of decreased my appetite a little bit, and that I just haven't been sick throughout this whole pregnancy. And it's like now that I feel like I haven't been consuming enough calories, my immune system has been a little bit weakened. And I just think it's a really good idea that I've started to incorporate a few different other foods, specifically some low carb plant foods, and therefore making sure that I'm still getting the nutrients and the calories that I need. And guys, I love taking you along with me. I'm gonna take you guys along with me during my breastfeeding journey as well after I'm postpartum, and just let you know what's working for me, what's not. And so yeah, I just wanted to keep you guys up to date on the changes that are happening, because I like to tell you guys everything that's going on and just give you the most realistic picture of how I'm doing throughout this third pregnancy on a carnivore low carb diet. So if you guys have any further questions, feel free to comment down below. I love reading your guys' comments and I love the interaction. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, because that helps other people find my channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, because I do post new videos every Wednesday, and I just love this community. I love just, I guess, looking at food in a different way, in a way that's not as popular, but is really working for people, and it's worked for me so well. And like I said, you may have to tinker here and there with your diet and find out what works best for you at certain times, and that's honestly what I'm doing right now. But at the end of the day, I just love living a low carb lifestyle, and I love sharing this journey with you guys. So thank you so much for watching, thank you for being here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.